It's the Prentice Allsup Heating and Air Coach's Corner, fueled by Donut Country and McDonald's on 1019 100.5, 1450 WGNSSports.com and Big G TV.
And this portion, let me change my voice, maybe we'll get it better. This portion of the Coach's Show is brought to you by Edward Jones Financial Advisor Lee Colvin, who will work with you to develop a complete, tailored strategy to help you achieve your financial goals. That's Edward Jones Financial Advisor Lee Colvin. Joining me on the show today is Barry Wortman, the head coach of the Blackman Blaze. And Barry, excited about the Blackman Blaze. I know you have played a monster schedule, and it seems like everybody in Rutherford County is playing a lot of. But if you play Williamson County teams, there's some really good teams in that district.
Yeah, John, first of all, Merry Christmas. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're really excited about, to the casual fan, you feel like it's just right here on us. But we've been going at it in the preseason, and so our guys are excited about getting some games under their belt and trying to grow our team.
I guess I ask this to you every year, but what do you try to achieve during the pre-Christmas schedule? I know you want to win, of course, but combinations, working on something or consistency. Maybe the defense is lacking. You want to work on some of those things, or is it just a combination of everything?
Yeah, it's a great question. It varies from year to year in terms of your experience of your team and what you did in the off season and what you believe in coming in. But yeah, for us, it's really just trying to find our team a little bit. We've had 3 new kids come into our program. We've had Braden Flowers going from off the ball to maybe more of a true point guard this year. And so just trying to see where our team is, grow our team, find a combination that allows us to play with some consistency and continuity. And obviously, you're always trying to develop toughness, always trying to make sure your team is together and playing for each other and have purpose. And it's my job to give role definition to our team. So if you can collectively get all those things in the preseason, or in the early season, I should say, give yourself a better chance, I think, down the stretch to know your team and to play with purpose and give direction to your teams. That's what we're trying to do right now. And for the most part, I think we're growing in that regard.
I want to go back a little bit in history. For the last several years, you have been able to take graduation losses and still maintain that type of play that you want from your guys. But we could go back and name some of the guys that have played for you. I know that's got to mean about as much, and that they've turned out to be really fine human beings as well. That's probably more of a trophy for you than the actual trophies, really, isn't it?
It really is. Our alumni room is dedicated to our former players and what the blood, sweat, and tears that they've given to this program. And I'm just humble, appreciative, and thankful for all those guys. Mark Cooper just texted me. He's coming to the game today. Bryce Williams, who's assistant AD at Grambling, was at the game last night. Donovan Sims. And
they do come back, don't they?
They come back, and we got a great relationship. I just watched Jalen Page and a group at Fisk play Belmont, have 3 former players playing in that game. So, yeah, and the guys that are on the team right now are going to fall into that mode. We got 8 seniors that have really invested in our program, and those guys, I'm excited about what those guys will do coming back and the impact our guys made in the program. And during the course of the interview in the season, we'll be talking about the guys in this group because they've had a huge impact in the continued, just maintaining the program and trying to play to a standard. I'm so proud of the Team 26, this group of guys that have just worked extremely hard to keep the consistency of our program going.
You know, the amazing thing to me about Blackman basketball, it's always been a team. It's always been a team game. And I'm not trying to sing your praises here, but I mean, I appreciate the style of play you guys have. Nobody overshoots. Nobody takes, nobody takes a bad shot. You still try to work the ball inside. Threes are great. You don't necessarily have to have threes. Is that a philosophy that you've just maintained over the years with these guys?
Well, we're always trying to, I think one of the responsibilities of a coach is develop toughness, develop chemistry, but also play to the strengths of your team. And so we've played so many different styles over the last 35, 36 years, And
it depends on personnel, too, doesn't it?
It's personnel driven to a T, and getting guys to understand their value and understand what they can and can't do. Like, for example, last night we got a group of guys that, we played through Big Cat. It was Jalen McDonald. We played through him. and he's just a consistent guy. But he allows other guys to be open and through double teams, and we play a little bit more inside out, a little more power basketball the last couple of years because of our personnel. But we're getting better offensively. We're averaging 61 points a game. We're averaging about a little over a point per possession. So analytically, that's really good. And we can. So I like where we are. Our field goal percentage is not where we want it to be, especially from three. But we got good shooters. I like the shots we're getting both inside out of transition, what we call James Polite offense, rebounds, kick out. So we get a lot of nice opportunities to shoot the ball, which opens your inside game. But yeah, back to your question, I think make sure the guys are playing with purpose. I give you an example. Dorian Lyles last night, he was 18, 9, and 4 steals, 18 points, 9 rebounds. He's a rebounding machine, unbelievable. But he's never really understood that he's more of a straight line driver in terms of manipulating the ball and getting him to understand that he's a thruster and a driver and a one dribble attack guy, and he's getting at the game. So there's just an example of all the different things we want to do to get guys to play their strengths, hide their weaknesses. And when you do that, I think you're especially give yourself a chance to win those 8 or 10 really high-level games that you're going to play against competition, especially when it gets in tournament play. So getting guys to understand that, trust it, believe in it, has been something that's been very important to our program. And I think for the most part, our guys have really bought into that and identified that that's how you play the game the right way.
I think you're 6-3, if I'm correct. The last two, you've won 83-36 and 54-38. Keeping teams in the 30s has got to be a tremendous help, playing that defense and keeping them under. And then if you have a bad game offensively, defense never slumps. That's what I used to learn growing up, but defense never slumps.
Well, we're a good defensive team. We're not great. Statistically, analytically, we got a little bit of a ways to go. We have probably one of the challenging for this group is to keep the ball in front, so we really got to guard with 5. But I'm very pleased. We hang our hat on transition defense. I think if we do anything well as a program, that's what we've done. We stressed it. If you come to practice, it's a big part of what we do in every practice. Our guys know the importance of transition defense. So if you can get your defense set, obviously it makes it harder for the other team to score. And so that's one thing. And then two, like for example, last night. Our scouting report, Isaiah Phillips, our associate head coach. I mean, it was our guys got to scout in the game, the edit tape in the game. I thought we guarded the inline out of bounds and some zoom actions that they ran and some cross screen actions extremely well. So I'm just proud that the transition defense and the ability to guard action and guard as 5 has allowed us to be to stay in games and be good. More, I should say, than stay in games. Just to be consistent, be good, something we hang our hat on. And so, yeah, I do think we're in the process of being a good defensive team.
Well, of the 3 losses, I think one was to Lipscomb Academy and the other one's to Brentwood. That's nothing to be ashamed of for sure. And the one I think you played in out of state, right?
We did. We played a really good Hale County team. A kid going to Oklahoma. They get to play all over the Southeast. They're like 10-3, but just everybody they're playing is a big event. So I got Jalen McDonald 21-11 in that game, and just sort of outplayed the kid that's going to Oklahoma. And I thought our entire team really played on the attack. It was a shot clock. We never had a shot clock violation. And really, I showed our guys, there's a really good point to our guys that we play pretty fast. We just sort of ran our offense. And I think one time Braden Flowers made a big shot at the end of the shot clock. But for the most part, either, like I've always said, you either shoot it or turn it over. So the shot clock is really more for tournament basketball or end of possession, to keep things from holding the ball at the high school level. So I like our pace in the 3 games that we lost, especially the 2 against Brentwood and Lipscomb Academy. Were 0.65 and 0.7 in offensive efficiency, so we want to get that up to a point a game. So it's our ability to score against when we go up in weight class against high level competition, and that's something we'll continue to work on.
We're talking to Barry Wortman, the head coach of the Blackman Blaze, and I know the district schedule's coming up, and we got to get real serious now. But I wanted to talk, if I may, about you just a little bit. You've had a state championship. I mean, you've been through it all. I mean, you're kind of I don't want to hurt your feelings, but you're the dean of coaches now. But you're still a young man, Barry. But there seems to be and I could be totally wrong, but it seems to be more of a piece about you in terms of being with the kids, being with the guys. It's not all about X's and O's anymore for you. Am I wrong in saying that? Or
well, I 6 years ago, I rededicated myself to Christ. Holy Spirit, I feel like is a big part of me. My tongue changed, my heart changed, and I'm a very competitive person, like most coaches. But I just feel like there's an inner peace, and better able to still competitive. I think. Lord wants you to be competitive, but I'm at real peace and enjoy every bit of it, and just thankful that relationships with players and
you post pictures of kids that you coached, and to me that's so admirable because a lot of times we get so wrapped up in wins and losses. It's just we don't have time to look at the bigger picture.
Well, this game's been so good to me. Everything I really have belongs to this great game and the round ball. So I'm just so humble, appreciative, and thankful for our players, current players, former players, our staff. I got the best staff in high school basketball, and they've
been with you a while too.
Yeah,
most of them.
I've got Gus Davenport was a Mr. Basketball from Cannon County, and Brandon Thomas, which makes me feel so good, is on our staff, and they're able to do so many things relationship-wise with our coach. And, of course, Isaiah Phillips will take over at some point pretty soon as our associate head coach and take over, and then Kurt Bell. I mean, it's amazing staff, amazing group of players. I think the identity of our team, Keller Jackson just went up to the beach, and I don't know if I've had a kid play on the defensive end, offensive end, intensity and passion that he's played with, and it excites you that our guys feed off that. And I think it's a lot of part to our culture, and the culture is all the players you mentioned, our staff. And if they allow me to make mistakes out of mistakes of love, and I tell them that the trust they have in our program, I think allows us to play with a lot of passion, a lot of toughness, and I am awfully proud of the players that have been in the program, and really proud of the current players on Team 26.
Well, before we are out of time. Let me ask you. I know you've got some games scheduled before Christmas and after Christmas. How do you maneuver that? Because you don't want to overplay them. You want to give them some rest during Christmas too, I would think.
We do, but I think great players love the game of basketball, and we'll play Webb today at 2:00. A really good, skilled Webb team. They're well coached. They run great schemes, so that'll be fun. So we'll have people come out at 2:00 to watch a good high school hoop game at Blackman High School, and then we'll come in Sunday at 2:00 like we always do, and do a lot of skill development, and then Monday we'll do some skill work, optional skill work with some guys, and we'll take 3 days off, and then we're right back at it on the 26th in the evening, and our guys love to play, so they love the fact we get ready for Father Ryan over the break, and so it's a great time to just focus on family and basketball and get better, and that's what we'll try to do over the break.
Well, always a pleasure, Barry, and I hope I didn't get too sensitive there, but I'll tell you what.
I appreciate you asking that. It's just where I'm trying to live out the rest of my life. So, no, I'm awfully proud of all the kids in this program.
I do miss the jumping up and down, though, you used to do. It was exciting.
Well, I'm passionate. I love this game, and as Rick Pitino says, you got to coach effort, and intensity brings passion. So I'm going to bring some of that I bring it to the practice floor. Come watch practice.
I'm going to do that. I'd love to see that. Sometimes we get there early enough to see toward the tail end. I'd like to see the whole one. I can call you and make an appointment, right?
Absolutely.
All right. Barry Wortman, the head coach of Blackman Blaze. Big year coming up in his district, and this portion of the show brought to you by Last Casas Feed Supply, locally owned and operated by Coy and Jennifer Young, specializing in animal feeds, premium pet foods, farm supplies, and more. And coming up, Danny Brewer. He's up next. I promise.